Hello friends, you are welcome to another fantastic moment of Uzmo Fashion and Entertainment. My name is Promise Deborah, and in today's edition, I'll be teaching you how to make a palazzo. Are you ready? If you are, let's go to the cutting table. So here is our cutting table. We have our pattern paper and our fabric marker. We are starting with the palazzo. I'm going to make use of this measurement for the process. So here we have waist 36, hip 44, inlap 30, and lastly our round lap 32. Okay, we are beginning the drafting pattern. Please stay focused. So on this pattern paper, I'm beginning by minusing my 2 inches for band, and then after that, to get my hip line, I will divide my hip measurement by 4, which is, here we have our hip to be 44. 44 divided by 4 is about 11. So I will mark down my 11 on my pattern paper. After doing that, I'll come down by 3 inches to get my crouch line. This crouch line depends on the size of the person. So after my crouch line, I will still come down to get the inlap of the palazzo. My inlap here is about 30, but on my pattern paper, I just have 24. So while cutting on my fabric, I'll complete it here. So on my hip line, I'll mark my hip measurements divided by 4. 11 inches. Then I'll add my 2 inches sewing allowance. Then at my crouch line, I'll come out by 2 inches. So from my crouch line, I'll come down by 11 to get the actual shape of my palazzo. I'm trying to confirm my measurements. So on the hip line, I'll take my hip measurements divided by 4. When I divide 36 by 4, I have 8. Then I'll add my sewing allowance. On my instep, I'll check how many I have on the fabric, then divide my measurement by 2 to get the midpoint. Then I'll mark it. Then at the midpoint, I'll take the actual measurement of the instep. And for this palazzo, I'll be using 22. So here, 22 divided by 2 is about 11. So I'll mark the actual measurement plus my allowance on both sides. And then if I check, I have my complete measurement. I'll have to connect this with what I have here. This part, I've connected my waist to my hip. And then I'll have to do the same from my hip to this part. And here we have the front and the back fully drafted out. So the next thing is to cut my fabric according to the measurement of hip. Then you don't cut up to this part because this is already your hip measurement with your allowance. So we just take from this little part here so that we don't increase the measurement. So On this waist part, remember the front part of the palazzo is not always high. It is 1.5 inch lower than the back. So we'll come down at the front by 1.5 inch. Then I will take in 3 inches here for the pocket line. Then come down here to by 6 inches. Then I slant my waist here. Then I'll cut it out. So here we have our front pattern and our back pattern, well drafted. As you can see, I've just drafted the same pattern on my fabric. So here we have the front pattern and then the back pattern. So come with me, let's go to the sewing machine.